Hi, I'm Kathleen Reitz and welcome to my channel. I recently decided to start working on a new collection of abstract paintings featuring gold leaf embellishments. I think gold leaf is just such a gorgeous way to elevate the look and the feel of a painting. It can add such beautiful textures and interesting effects to your work. So I wanted to feature a couple of my paintings in today's video. So I'm going to show you this one right here. And I'm going to tilt it a little so there's not such a glare on it. But when I do bring it up this way and move it back and forth, you can see that beautiful rich gold leaf. There's another small one right here. And this one has some pretty rosy pink tones in it. And I love this color palette. It just feels right for this time of year as we go into the holiday season. And today, this is the painting we're going to be focusing on. So I'm going to be demonstrating this painting for you. This is the finished painting right here. And I'm going to tilt it so there's not a glare. But if I turn it this way, you can see the beautiful gold leaf. And in today's video, I will be focusing on a little bit about composition and also techniques and all the techniques that I used in this painting in order to give it beautiful eye flow and depth and richness, such as you see in these very soft, lighter areas on either side and at the top. I'm going to show you how I created depth using very soft blended areas of paint like that in conjunction with these very detailed floral areas. Also the gold leaf and how I created texture on top of the gold leaf and some of those really pretty amazing drips of paint that you see. So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of supplies that I haven't featured in previous videos. You can see this one behind me also. This was actually the first painting in this series, this collection that I'm working on. I'm going to continue to keep working on that collection and give you a little glimpse into my process along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then I will come back at the end. As the seasons change, so do my paintings. In the fall and winter, I tend towards deeper, richer tones. And in this painting in particular, I've chosen jewel tones. So I have some really beautiful deep jade colors. I have this kind of sapphire blue. I have rosy quartz sort of colors. My white misty areas represent snowfall. And then the gold leaf that I've chosen for this collection represents the sunshine streaming through the heavy cloud cover that we get as the sun sets this time of year. The tool that I'm using here is my Princeton brand Catalyst Silicoine Wedge, and now I'm going in with my number 10 Filbert brush, and I'm softening some of these areas of white that I've put down. And I'm using all acrylic paints and mediums, by the way. And now I'm putting down this off-white color that I have pre-mixed. I want you to take note of this paintbrush right here. This is a blending brush. It has very soft bristles. And now I've switched back to my Filbert brush. And the difference is that the Filbert brush is flat. I can use it to make strokes. And the blending brush is more like a makeup brush that you would use to apply powder to your face. So the edges are very soft and diffused. And I really like using both of these brushes together. And now I've switched back to that silicone wedge, and I'm applying kind of a pretty yellow color that I think is similar to my gold leaf, except that it's not shiny at all. And I think this is just waking up the painting a little bit, so really happy with that choice. So I like using the silicone wedge to create beautiful detailed textures in my painting. And then the brushes I reserve more for applying larger areas of paint and also creating those very soft, diffused, cloudy looking areas on my painting, which I think add just a lot of depth, kind of give the painting a mysterious feel, and really add a lot of interest to this painting. Now I'm applying a deeper bronzy green color, and I've thinned it out quite a bit with glazing liquid, so it's very transparent. And you may have noticed those vertical lines and drips in my painting. That's a result of using a spray bottle filled with water and spraying wet paint, allowing it to drip down my canvas. When gold leaf is applied, it has a very solid, hard edge to it. And by layering my painting over those edges and allowing some of the paint also to drip and run over the gold leaf, it really softens the effect of that gold in my painting. So it doesn't look like it was just placed on top of the paint, but rather integrated into the entire painting. And here I've switched to a thinner brush, and I'm just balancing out my colors a little bit by bringing a warm reddish brown into the painting. And the way that I like to work is creating large areas and blocks of color first, and then getting more and more detailed as I get closer to the end of the painting. So here I've switched back to my Catalyst Silicoine Wedge, and I'm creating more of those floral looking shapes in my painting. And the color I'm using is a very pretty light lilac color that I mixed. And now I'm softening some of those edges with my brush. And now bringing some of that lilac color over to the other side just to balance the painting out a little bit. It's also worth noting that I'm constantly working around the entire painting, so I don't stay in one area of the painting for too long, because staying in one place too long creates tunnel vision, and you kind of lose sight of what the entire painting looks like, and if you have balance in the painting or areas that need to be corrected. So here again, I'm softening some of my edges with my Filbert brush. One way of creating interest in a painting and to move the viewer's eye around the entire painting is to have a variety of both hard-edged shapes and soft-edged shapes. So here again, I'm blending, now going back to some harder edge shapes with my silicone wedge, creating very floral looking, delicate, lacy looking shapes. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now I've let my painting dry a little bit, and I'm going to come back in with my spray bottle and mist the entire painting with a light coating of water. And now I'm using a Neocolor II water-soluble wax pastel. And I did use these in another video, but I thought I would demonstrate a little bit more. And I love these. They can be used either dry or wet, and you can see the effect when I put them on the canvas and then spray them. They run down the canvas. This color is gorgeous. It's kind of, I think it's called malachite green, and it's one of my favorite colors to use because it just really wakes up the painting. And now I'm switching to soft black. And another fun feature of these wax pastels is that I can blend them into my paint. If you're interested in learning how to apply gold leaf, I do have a video, and I will link it here at the top corner of this video. And now I'm just putting some finishing touches on the painting with white and blending it into my painting. I get asked often how I know when a painting is finished, and I think I've just been painting for so long, I just know. There are definitely times where I think a painting might be finished, but something about it just bothers me, and I put it away for a couple of days, come back to it, and inevitably I'm able to make the finishing touches to the painting that then make me feel confident that it's finished. While I don't remember all of the colors that I used in this painting, I will put a list of the tools that I used in the description box below this video. And here I'm using the Filbert brush in a different way. I'm just tapping the edge of it on my painting to create small shapes of white paint. And again, these are the final details that come in the last phase of the painting. So I hope that you enjoyed today's demo. I just wanted to add one more thing, and that's for anybody who is curious about how to seal paintings using gold leaf. I prefer to use a professional brand of spray varnish, such as Golden. Winsor & Newton is also good, Gambar is good, and Liquitex. Any professional brand of varnish that will not yellow and that will protect your paintings from light and dust and moisture is good. So I always look for varnish that says UV protectant on the can, and that'll protect your paintings from fading over time, which they can if they're exposed to sunlight. Also, I prefer a gloss finish varnish because, as you can see, it just adds richness. You don't want to dull the gold leaf once you've put that on your painting. This is 22 karat gold leaf. It's not inexpensive, but it adds beauty, and I don't want to dull that beauty. So for me, I prefer a gloss varnish so that it stays nice and shiny and sparkly and rich. Gloss varnish also, I find, brings out the richness of the colors that I use in my paintings. So that's what I prefer. If you have any questions besides that, just go ahead and leave me a question in the comment box. I read all of them and respond to all of them. Also, please be sure, if you enjoyed this video, to be notified of my future videos by hitting the subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.